Tom DeLonge fans, where are you? Because today I am covering the alien invasion slash home invasion. That's right, two invasions for the price of one. Bargain movie. No One Will Save You. No One Will Save You follows independent homebody Bryn as she lives out arguably one of the greatest cottagecore on-film existences I have ever seen. She spends her days in this ginormous rural house making dresses for her business, buying and setting up hummingbird feeders, creating these like little model cities, and then spends her night drinking red wine and learning to ballroom dance in her living room. She's living the dream. That's living Barry. There is, however, a bit of mystery to Bryn as you quickly learn that the townspeople fucking hate her. Like, on sight, spit on your face, hate her. So when her idealistic existence is threatened, she has no one to turn to and sort of takes it upon herself to defend her little slice of paradise. Now, I am pissed off with this movie. Not because it's a bad movie. It's a solid alien invasion movie. I am pissed off because I am grieving the opportunity this movie had to be the welcome mat for so many early teen horror fans. This movie is highly accessible, being that it's on Disney+. It has some fantastic monster design, and it's got some really well thought out and filmed action sequences. And then it fucking torpedoes them by having the most abstract and confusing ending I've seen in any horror film in a very long time. I had to Google what the fuck happened at the end because I couldn't work it out. I didn't know what it was. And that's a shame because like 70 minutes of the 93-minute runtime of this film, Brian Duffield, the director, makes almost the perfect gateway horror film. So mad. On the Night's Scar Your Kids horror scale, you've got at 0 the delightful and wholesome Wallace and Gromit Curse of the Were-Rabbit. Then at like a 3, you've got Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed, great film, awesome. Then up at like about an 8, you've got Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. And then of course at 10, you have the trauma-inducing Nightmare Fest, a Serbian film, and also probably Watership Down. This movie sits like 5. Perfect for kids that would be horrified by The Conjuring, but are like too tough for something like Scooby-Doo. I'm not telling you how to parent. I'm just saying, think about how funny you want your kids, and then pick your movie accordingly. I'm kidding. Please, however funny you want the kids, if you're trying to make the next Jimmy Carr, don't show your kids Watership Down. It'll fucking scar them. It's fucking heartbreaking. A good way to describe this film is it's like an hour of the raptors in the kitchen scene of Jurassic Park. There's some really intense cat and mouse chase scenes that are really well done, and as you start to learn the layout of the house, Bryn starts to slowly embrace her like inner Macaulay Culkin and then starts setting traps and stuff, which is really good. Caitlin Dever as Bryn speaks about 3 lines of dialogue in the whole movie. That's how much action is in this thing. Like, there is almost no dialogue in this film. She has to rely on body expressions, like facial expressions and body language, and she fucking nails it. She's really good. She's really good in this. I also like how this film has, I don't know why, but it has a similar color palette to Jumanji. I don't know whether that's a Disney thing. And it's just really bright and like colorful. It also takes place during the day for a lot of it, which lots of horror films don't have the balls to do. Midsummer is probably the best example, but most of them don't. They stick to the dark. This, as I said before, this does fall down, however, in like the last 15 to 20 minutes by having this really abstract and convoluted ending. It's still entirely watchable. This is entirely watchable as a horror film for early teens. It doesn't dissolve into the human centipede and doesn't get really fucked up or anything. It just gets really complex and weird. So, but if you and your family are looking for an action-packed alien horror, this is still good. You just will probably have to do some Googling of like ending explained stuff. Or maybe you guys are a lot smarter than me and you'll get it in one. I don't know. Maybe I'm a big fucking dum-dum. I don't know, but it confused the shit out of me. I would recommend watching this if you love movies like A Quiet Place, Jurassic Park, Home Alone. This is a good amalgamation of those. If you like alien movies, these are like spot on designed greys. If you like greys, this is like king shit. If you want to see what it would be like if Quentin Tarantino was the shot editor on an alien film, I don't know why. Inexplicably, there are like lots of alien foot shots. Maybe the cinematographer had a foot fetish. I don't know. It's a bit weird, but there's lots of them in it. I don't recommend watching this if you want something scary. If you want something scary, this is not that scary. It's tense. There's lots of like running around, but it's not scary. If you hate convoluted endings or ambiguous plots, this is one of those. If you like a lot of dialogue, stay away from this. I could write all of the dialogue spoken in this film on one hand. It's just not a lot of character building going on. If you have tweens begging you to watch a horror film this Halloween, though, this isn't a terrible bet. You just might have to explain the plot at the end because, once again, as I've stated many times, I could not work out what they were trying to get at. I don't know why they did it this way. You could have easily just done a stock standard ending and it would have been fine. They were so close to having another Gremlins, but just fell down a little bit at the end there. All in all, you'll have to decide if this is suitable, and if your kids don't mind a plot, if they just throw the fucking plot out the window, might be perfect for them. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow for another review. Peace.